Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Cowboys vs. Bucks features major Baker Mayfield announcement. The Dallas Cowboys enter their Week 16 matchup against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with slim postseason hopes, but a win against Baker Mayfield and his surging squad could serve as a much-needed boost. Injuries to key players, including quarterback Dak Prescott and offensive lineman Zach Martin, have derailed Dallas' season, leaving the team at 6-8 and facing long odds for a playoff berth. But speaking of injuries, the Bucks just made an announcement via their Wednesday injury report. And it marks a major change in the outlook of the Sunday night game. Quarterback Baker Mayfield didn't practice on Wednesday due to a knee injury. And that's an issue here, even as Dallas has some injury issues of its own. See the full injury report below. The Buccaneers are riding a 4-game win streak and fighting to fend off the Atlanta Falcons for the NFC South title. Mayfield, who has revitalized his career in Tampa Bay, currently ranks 4th in passing yards, 3,617, 3rd in passing touchdowns, 32, and 3rd in completion percentage, 70.8. His leadership has propelled the Bucks to the top of the division, giving the Cowboys defense one of its toughest challenges of the season. Dallas has struggled against the pass, ranking 21st in the league and allowing 219.9 passing yards per game. Against Joe Burrow and the Bengals in Week 14, the secondary allowed 369 yards and 3 touchdowns through the air. The Cowboys' defensive front, which has faced 18 different quarterbacks this season, must pressure Mayfield to disrupt Tampa Bay's offensive rhythm. Offensively, Dallas needs consistency to compete with the Buccaneers. Though the Cowboys are 3-1 in their last 4 games, their inability to finish strong against playoff-caliber teams has been a recurring issue. With the Buccaneers focused on securing the NFC South and Dallas aiming to finish the season on a high note, the Week 16 clash at AT&T Stadium will be pivotal. For the Cowboys, containing Mayfield may be the key to carrying momentum into 2025. While the Cowboys are not yet officially eliminated, they'll need a near-perfect finish to keep their postseason hopes alive. For Dallas, a win against the surging Buccaneers could provide much-needed momentum heading into the offseason. Mix shots, all you need to know about CD. This CD Lamb, he's one tough SOB. The Cowboys' 5th-year number 88 is playing through a sprained AC joint in his shoulder. It's painful. Painful to extend his arms to make some of these difficult catches you've seen over the past few games, none more difficult than the 14-yard, spinning, falling backward touchdown grab down low last Sunday afternoon to give the Cowboys a 7-0 second-quarter lead at Carolina. Why, over the past 5 games, CD has caught 35 passes for 308 yards and the 1 touchdown against the Panthers. In that game, he finished with 9 catches for 116 yards, his second 100-yard performance this season and 7th with at least 89 yards. And the fact the Cowboys are just 6-8 with 3 games to play, and playoff chances slim, or that they have played the past 6.5 games without quarterback Dak Prescott, backup Cooper Rush filling in, has not deterred his performance nor his desire to win. You guys know this, Cowboys offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer said after the Carolina win and Lamb's stellar performance. I mean, he's playing through a lot right now. He's pretty banged up. You see him when he falls, he's gritting it out, and that's a testament to him and the way he's wired. He wants to win, and he wants to lay it on the line. Just unbelievable props to the way he competes, the type of players that he is. Here is the type. As the 4th number 88, carrying out the number's legacy from Drew Pearson to Michael Irvin to Dez Bryant, Lamb already has achieved something those 3 never had, and 2 of them, Pearson and Irvin, are in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He currently has totaled 1,089 yards receiving this year, meaning he has become the first Cowboys player in franchise history to produce 4 1,000-yard efforts in the first 5 years of his career. His 489 career receptions ties Pearson for fourth on the Cowboys' all-time reception list, the only players with more being Jason Witten, 1,215, playing 16 seasons, Irvin, 750, 12 seasons and Bryant, 531, in 8 seasons. Plus, those 489 rank second most in the NFL during a player's first 5 seasons to only Michael Thomas, 510, but still with 3 games to play. And after leading the NFL in 2023 with 135 catches while setting the Cowboys' receptions and yards receiving, 1,749, franchise records, Lamb sits this season ranked third in NFL receptions, 94, 8 behind leader Ja'Marr Chase, 102, and third in receiving yards, 1,089. His 6 receiving scores leads the Cowboys in overall touchdowns, and needless to say, he leads in receptions, too, but by 46. He also has added 70 yards rushing, giving him 1,159 scrimmage yards, fourth among NFL receivers so far. Cowboys should cut Ezekiel Elliott and sign newly released RB, but they won't. If you told us in early October that the Dallas Cowboys would have a 1,000-yard rusher, we would have laughed in your face. With 3 games left, Rico Dowdle needs just 120 rushing yards, or an average of 40 per game, to reach the milestone. At the rate Dowdle's going, he could crack 1,000 yards as soon as Sunday night against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is what many Cowboys fans envisioned for Dowdle back in training camp, but the team insisted on deploying a committee with Ezekiel Elliott to start the season. Since committing to Dowdle as their lead back, Elliott's been invisible. Before Sunday's win in Carolina, when he rushed 9 times for 30 yards, Zeke hadn't received more than 6 carries in a game since Week 8 when Dowdle sat out with an illness. In a perfect world, Dowdle shares the backfield next year with an impact rookie. There's no room for Elliott, obviously, but the RB3 role might be up for grabs. A candidate for that job was just released by the 2-time defending champs. The Chiefs waived Clyde Edwards-Helaire on Monday. A first-round pick in 2020, Edwards-Helaire accumulated 1,100 scrimmage yards as a rookie, but he had since fallen out of favor under Andy Reid due to the emergence of Isaiah Pacheco and most recently, Kareem Hunt. After contributing to LSU's historic championship run in 2019, Edwards-Helaire seemed primed to have a successful pro career. Unfortunately, injuries limited him to a combined 20 games in his second and third seasons, which allowed Pacheco to take over the backfield. Most recently, Edwards-Helaire suffered from PTSD and cyclic vomiting syndrome. The Chiefs placed him on the non-football illness list before the season and he hasn't appeared in a game. It seems, though, that he is over the worst of it. If that is the case, the Cowboys should give him a call. Edwards-Helaire is absolutely a better runner than Elliott and he's a better complement to Dowdle. The 25-year-old owns a respectable 68.5 rushing grade for his career, per Pro Football Focus. He's not great running between the tackles, but Dowdle has proven plenty capable in that regard. With 89 career receptions, Edwards-Helaire would step in as the best pass-catching back on the roster. His ability to make defenders miss in the open field would fit well alongside Dowdle's punishing running style. A RB room featuring Dowdle, a day 2 pick and Edwards-Helaire would give the Cowboys a backfield to be trifled with. The front office should cut Elliott and sign Edwards-Helaire with the intention of having him try out for a spot on next year's roster. Unfortunately, Jerry Jones has too much adoration for Elliott to even think about cutting him with 3 games left in the season. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Ezekiel Elliott? Leave your opinion in the comments.